required all our project managers to take the lead on lead. They essentially, it's not just somebody else working on the project, and that they have to come back and say, wait a minute, you didn't put these things in that we need for lead. No, no. Every project manager, every designer that's working on a lead project is involved from the very beginning of the project, during design, during documentation, and as well as, some of you may know, all the online documentation that's required to get the project certified. So we are very proud of that. We have a real commitment. We've taken the AA 2030 commitment to heart as well. And happy to report that I think we had 63% of our buildings, of our projects, met the challenge in terms of lighting density and power consumption for last year. So we are green as well, not just blue.
Educational commitment is another important component of our Firm of the Year submittal. We have a very strong intern development program and have had for many years. We are constantly working with the local university and hiring those students when we can and helping to mentor them to become good architects. Relative to some of our work with the FIU, we have a strong relationship with the FIU School of Architecture there. We actually volunteered last year, year before, to become the architect of record for their solar decathlon house. Now what that meant is they were designing this house, and they had to design it and build it and then send it up to Washington, D.C. for the competition. But as part of the competition, they had to have actually a full set of plans and specifications that had a permit. And so we had to basically work with them, and I volunteered as the architect of record, and some of our staff spent time working with the students on the construction of the house. We then took it up to Washington, D.C., and it was entered into the competition. I think they finished 11th out of, I don't know, maybe 80 submittals overall in the international competition. But it was a lot of fun, and certainly the students got a lot out of it. The house was brought back to the university campus and is now being recommissioned or rebuilt on the campus as a permanent building to be used as their Office of University Sustainability. We also, some of our staff have volunteered and gone out into the community, into the elementary schools, put on regular presentations about what it means to be an architect. Another interesting project that we put on that I thought we had a lot of fun with, when Lourdes was talking about the elementary schools as those jobs were finishing, we had a really cool idea. I'm not sure remember who had the idea, but we went and met with the students there at their new school, gave them a little talk about architectural photography, bought, I don't know what it was, 30 or 40 throwaway disposable cameras, handed the cameras out to the students, and then told them to go out onto the project site and take pictures of our building. And of course, then they came back, and it was a competition. It was judged. But the truth is that the students took some fabulous pictures of our building, some better than some of the professional shots that we probably had. But it was a lot of fun. The students had a lot of fun. There were lots of, 2 or 3, sort of grand prize winners. But the truth is they were all winners. And we got a lot. We probably got more out of this than they did. Our community involvement, again, is not about the principals so much doing work, but it's encouraging the staff to take on a charitable organization or something that they have passion for, and then the rest of us attempt to support that as best we can. This has been going on for many years, and every few months somebody has something else to go, and it seems like the rest of the staff all kick in and we just do it. Every year we participate in the FIU benefit for their Festival of Trees. It's the support of the design professions at the FIU. We volunteer with the local boys club during the holidays to do sort of craft events. Toys for Tots. One year, the staff is always used to always collect a few dollars. Lourdes always says it's more than that, but it's a lot more than that. But they would collect a few dollars and then go out and buy Tom and I a gift. And anyway, one year they instead of giving us a gift, they gave us a whole pot full of toys, which then we had fun unwrapping, and then we took down to the local fire station and gave to the local kids. Habitat for Humanity, we've done that a few times. We're actually right now looking into another possible event for that.
Community involvement also includes involvement with the AIA, because that's how you give back to the community, you're giving back to the profession as well. And NCRE has always encouraged the staff, not only at the principal level, but at every level, and I can attest to that because I've been an employee for 12 years, and I have been very involved in AIA Miami, being the president 8 years ago. And it's very much about how we can help the profession, how can we help mentor young architects and interns, and make sure they stay in the profession, make sure that they become licensed. And it's all about sharing our experience and also telling the community the value of design, the value of architecture, and the value of architects, licensed architects, and what all the things that AIA can do for you. And the whole staff gets involved, be it because we participate in different activities. We have sandcastle competitions in which we go out as a team. A part of our architecture month is sandcastle, and in this particular year we got the award for the most castle-like, and as opposed to the other teams that all had the architects, at least, we all had plans what it's supposed to look like. We just showed up and we said, okay, what are we building? And we started just building. Everybody had a little corner. At the end of the day, we had this wonderful looking, castle-like, and that's something that we encourage the staff to do, participate as much as possible in all the different activities of the AIA, become involved in the board, become involved as an active member. Paying your dues is not just enough. It's not what AIA can do for you, but it's what can you do to the AIA, because then in effect affects and improves the profession itself.
We're also very, very proud of the fact that Lourdes and many others this past summer were elevated to fellowship in the AIA. We were able to go and up to Washington, D.C. and cheer her on along with the rest of the folks, and we're very pleased and happy that she has been elevated to that level due to a lot of the work she's done for the AIA, obviously. Design awards, again, we make an active effort to submit on as many design awards as we can muster. This is not so much about getting recognition for ourselves or our firm, but it is about getting recognition for the clients. The clients like it. It's also very important, we think, to the staff. When the staff, if a project does get an award, then the staff that worked on it are the ones that become very, very proud of that, and it becomes, again, part of the legacy and the history of the firm's accomplishments. Letters of recommendation, my advice there, again, to anybody that we ever talk to, is we have a standard policy where our project managers are required and expected to be asking for letters of recommendation from the clients. And there's always a very delicate timeline of when you should ask for those, because if you don't ask for them at the right time, when all the euphoria is there just near the end of the project, that's the best time to ask, because you don't want to wait another 6 weeks, because that's when the punch list comes in, and it's never quite as good. But we've actually collected a whole host of these kind of things, and again, the employees are great beneficiaries of these letters. We always try to encourage the author of the letter to please name the individual staff member that perhaps worked on the project in the body of the letter, because that allows them to use the letter in future elements as well. So in summary, we want to say thanks again for inviting us over to talk to you all. We're very pleased about that. We do have an absolutely great staff and a great culture in MC Harry. We really do enjoy what we do. If you can't enjoy architecture, you can't enjoy getting up every day and coming and doing what you're doing, then you might as well go sell a real estate or something. I want to say thanks again to the Tampa chapter. We are in Tampa tonight, aren't we? No. Couldn't help it. No, we're very pleased to be here, and we appreciate it. We will entertain any questions if you have some, or again, we bid you good night.